KD9MED, KD9MED, K9RFD. Start recording. The Friday Night Fun Net is on the air. Good evening, everybody. It's 8 o'clock. And welcome to the Friday Night Fun Net on the K9RFD Repeater in Rockford. My name is Jim. My call is K9GCR. I'm located here at Freeport, and I'll be your host this evening. The purpose of having this net is what the name implies, to have fun. This is what this hobby of amateur radio is all about, in addition to providing emergency communications when the situation warrants. Speaking of emergency communications, there is a possibility that we may have severe weather come through our area within the next 2 hours. Should anything happen, if Skywarn needs to use this repeater for a net, we'll move the net to the 146.610 repeater. Ricky, WX9RLT, will be your net control for any Skywarn activities which takes place. As I said, the purpose of having this net is to have fun. This is what this hobby of amateur radio is all about. In addition to providing emergency communications, this is when the situation warrants. A secondary purpose of this net is providing an on-air meeting place for all amateur radio operators. Everybody's welcome to check in. You do not have to be a member of any club, organization, group, or association to participate in this net. All you need is a valid FCC license. This net meets each and every Friday evening at 8 p.m. This repeater is a BL 114.8 plus offset. You need to have that program in your radio in order to have access to the repeater. For those of you who may be using older radios that do not have BL capability, or if the BL on their radio is not working properly, you can check in the Friday Night Fun Net by using the repeater output frequency to straight 195 Simplex. If I hear you, I will nod you and check you into the net. Okay, those of you who are checking in via the internet, Mike, K9MED, Don Rochelle is live streaming this net around the world on the internet. We've had one internet check-in, that's Pat, KF9SD in Warren, Illinois. He is having radio problems. So if you need to log into the internet, go ahead and log in your check-in to Mike, K9MED, and he relays your check-in to me. Also, if you're out in the sticks, if you can hear the repeater but you can't get to it due to conditions, or you're too far away from it, or what have you, and you don't have internet access, give me a call on the Friday Night Fun Net Central Hotline, area code 815-232-FN-FN, 232-3636, the local Freeport number. I'll take your check-in over the phone, but try to check in on the radio first. Okay, I have an announcement to make before we move on. We will be doing a tribute to a longtime ham radio operator who passed away last Saturday. And we'll do that also. Joe, K9JCC, is also going to be checking in. We had another ham radio operator passed away, so that's 2 hams that we lost. So we'll do a tribute to these hams. We'll do a moment of silence, and we'll do a last call. Maybe Joe might want to do that last call for this other ham that passed away. So, okay. First, we'll take check-ins. By the way, we'll do this tribute to these hams after we get done with the check-ins. Speaking of check-ins, first we'll do short-time mobile stations with check-ins. You have family time, you're either concentrated, you're driving, or what have you there, we'll take your short time of mobile to check-in. If you have traffic, we'll do your traffic right away. After we get done with short time of mobile station, we'll take general check-ins. First, we'll take general check-ins from northern Illinois. Next, we'll take general check-ins from southern Wisconsin. After that, we'll take general check-ins from anywhere in northern Illinois or southern Wisconsin. When you check in the net, state whether or not you have traffic. Your traffic consists of breakfast, marathons, bike rides, or ham fests. And okay. Okay, then we'll do our regular features. We'll do the reference detect net segment. As of today, as of this night, this has a new name. It will be W9AXD Carl Corner. This is in honor of the old Tuesday night tech net that Tony, K9RFD and Carl, W9AXD used to host a few years back. So if you have any technical questions, please feel to ask them, and we'll do our best to answer them for you. Then we'll do the W9 Gene Duncan DX corner in honor of our late great friend and colleague, Gene Duncan, the W9GD, the king of DX. Every time you check this net, you always had a DX report. Then we'll have the swap net. If you have any items to buy, sell, trade, or want related to hobbies of raptor, radio, or computers, we'll do that. The round table. What do you, as a ham radio operator, what do you want to see under your Christmas tree on Christmas morning? We'll do that. Okay, with all the so-called formalities out of the way, let's get underway. Do we have any short-time remote stations that like to check into the net this time? Please call now.
K9OUP, checking in.
Alpha 9 Victor Uniform. Michael, short time, no traffic.
K9RFD Bob here. Report Jimmy, about a mile west of you. Be short timer, no traffic.
Okay, sorry we're not getting back to you right away, but I want to give everybody a chance to check in without stepping on anybody. K9, was that Kilo 9, Lincoln, uniform, Papa, is that correct?
Kilo 9er, Oscar, uniform Papa.
K9OUP. Okay, I made the L, no over the L. Okay, I've got you checked in. Thank you for checking in. Thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. Also, KD9MED, Mike in Janesville, Wisconsin, got you checked in. Thank you for checking in there, Mike. Bob, N9GXD, about a mile west of me here in Freeport. Got you checked in, Bob. Thank you for checking in, and you have a good evening. Thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. Any more short-time remote stations like to check in? Please call now.
KC9QPL, Paul Loves Park, short time, no traffic.
KC9QPL, Paul Loves Park. Okay, Paul, got you checked in. You have a good evening, enjoy your weekend, Paul. We'll get you on the Monday night right info. Any more short-time remote stations for Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
KC9NW, Tom and Roscoe, short time, no traffic. KD9SBA, short time, mobile, no traffic.
Okay, again, I'm trying to avoid stepping on people. We got two more stations. KD9 Duncan, KD9NW, Tom and Roscoe. Got you checked in. You have a good evening. Enjoy your weekend. Thank you for checking in. KD9SBA, Matt down in Stillman Valley, Ogle County. Got you checked in, Matt. 7-3, have a good evening. Enjoy your weekend. Thank you for checking in. Any more short time or mobile stations for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay. I got 6 short-time stations, so we'll go ahead with general check-ins. At this time, I'll take any general check-ins from Northern Illinois who would like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net this time. Please call now.
KC9GCR, this is W9JTC. Good evening, Jimmy. K9JPP with a request, Jimmy. Larry and Roscoe.
Okay.
K9JPP with a request.
W9JTC, Jamie and Rockford have got you checked in. Get back to you a few minutes in the roundtable. Thank you for checking in. K9JPP, Joe, I've got you checked in. Just a minute. Let me acknowledge K9HKX, Gordon and Roscoe. I've got you checked in. We'll get back to you a few minutes in the roundtable. Joe, K9JPP, go ahead with your request.
Jimmy, if you don't mind, I'd like to place a call to another ham to see if he's available tonight.
You go right ahead.
KL7JAB. KL7JAB. Bill, do you have a copy? KL7JAB. Again, I called KA7JLB. Mr. Sims, do you have a copy? K9KZT. Jimmy, thank you. That is the last call for Mr. William Sims, KL7JAB. He went to be with our Lord and Savior this past Sunday, December the 5th, 2021. Bill, you will be very missed, and we love you very much. Godspeed, old friend. K9JPP, back to Jim.
Oh my God, I am sorry to hear that about the KL7JEB Bill. Oh no, I did not know he was sick. I'll tell you what, thank you for checking in, Joe, and we'll do a moment of silence in addition to the one for Carl Larson there. Thank you for checking in, Joe. K9KGT, Larry, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just on to add that Bill had passed away. Thank you very much. K9KZT, clear.
Oh boy, I'm sorry I didn't get you right away, but okay, I just wanted to finish it. I wanted to finish the last call here, so thank you very. I was not aware of that. Oh boy, he was a faithful check-in to the Friday Night Fun Net and some of these other nets we had here. So, thank you very much, Joe and Larry. We'll do we'll do some here in a few minutes. Thanks very much. Okay. Are there any more stations or any stations in Northern Illinois that like to check the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
89JF, Jim in Loves Park.
Kilo Delta 9er, Mike Echo Delta, Mike in Rochelle.
Hey, Jimmy, K9OUP, we're checking out. We're getting ready for Bill's funeral.
K9OUP, thank you for checking in. Thank you for checking in there. So, okay. 89JF, I've got you checked in, Jim. I'll get back to you a few minutes roundtable. N9SBJ, Scott, I've got you checked in. I'll get back to you a few minutes roundtable. There was another station trying to check in. Other station, come back, please. KD9MED, okay, Mike and Rochelle. Okay, Mike, got you checked in. Get back to you a few minutes roundtable. Mike is live streaming this net around the world on the internet. He's also recording this net for future replay on the Friday Night Fun Net Central Facebook page. Thanks for all you do, Mike, and I'll get back to you a few minutes roundtable. Any more general check-ins from Northern Illinois for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
November 9, Golf Bravo Papa, Greg in Rockford.
K9GBP. I've got you checked in, Greg. Thank you for checking in. I'll get back to you in a few minutes roundtable. Thank you for checking in. Any more general check-ins from Northern Illinois for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay, at this time, I'll take general check-ins from Southern Wisconsin. 8 check-ins and general check-ins from Southern Wisconsin would like to check the Friday Night Fun Net. Please call now.
KC9RGG, Norm in Orfordville, Wisconsin.
KC9RGG, Norm in Orfordville, Wisconsin. Got you checked in, Norm. We'll get back to you in a few minutes roundtable. Thank you for checking in. Any more general check-ins from Southern Wisconsin for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay, it's Friday Night Fish Fry Night in Wisconsin. Everybody's in favorite bar, restaurant, tavern, either catfish, buffalo, carp, bullhead, northern pike, walleye, muskie, or crappie. Those of you in the Milwaukee area are eating your Foley sausages, hot dogs, brats, kielbasa, and Braunschweiger. You cheese lovers are eating some of that famous Wisconsin cheese. I guess they're getting a lot of heavy snow up in northern Wisconsin, north of Madison. So you guys up there will be getting your, as soon as the lakes are frozen out, you get your shanties, your generators, your TVs, your food, your beer, what have you there, so you can go out and cut holes in the ice, do some ice fishing. Don't forget to take your HCs with you so you can check in the Friday Night Fun Net. Okay, at this time, I will take check-ins from anywhere in northern Illinois or southern Wisconsin. Friday Night Fun Net. Please call now. KC9YI, Scott Monroe checking in via these on Simplex. Okay, Scott, I've got you checked in. I'll get back to you in a few minutes for the roundtable. Thank you for checking in. Any more general check-ins in southern Wisconsin, the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay, any more check-ins in northern Illinois or southern Wisconsin for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay, no further check-ins noted. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with the deepest regret that I announce the passing of Carl Larson, W9UIJ. He passed away at 12 p.m. last Saturday, December 4th, after a long illness. I had the pleasure of knowing him. He was a wonderful guy. I first got to know him when I first got licensed. My late Elmer, Al Reslab, K9SCW, took me to the meetings of the Simplex Repair Association while I was studying for my test. My technician license, I had the pleasure of meeting Carl and George, NIWSQ, the late Larry Kincannon, K9RZC, some of the other hands. When I first got licensed, I used to talk to him when he used to go out to and come home from Nebraska. It'd be late at night, around midnight or so. He'd throw out his call by somewhere in Carroll County, and we'd talk all the way until he got to the terminal. Carl, at one time, was our president of the Stevens County Repeater Association. He did a great job. He built me this shelf earlier last year, in which I got 3 of my mobile radios sitting on. And in 2018, after I passed my, let me reset. In 2018, after I passed my general, he, Tony, N9RFD, Brandon, K9LOA, we wasn't a ham yet, and the 4 of us went to HRO Milwaukee. I bought my ICOM IC718, the antenna tuner, and the bell and the cable. It was Tony and Carl who installed my HF station. Got this you've seen pictures of my indoor dipole antenna. He was a wonderful guy. He was sorely missed. And, okay, at this time, would anybody like to make any comments concerning the passing of Carl? Okay, this past Wednesday, Tony, K9RFD, who's our EC here in Stevenson County, during the Stevenson County area, he did a tribute to Carl. They were very, very close. And he did, I don't know how many stations that checked in, but I think that was I believe that was the largest turnout we've had since we started the Aries then. It was Carl, W9UIG, who was really responsible for us having an Aries group here in Stevenson County. He pushed the right buttons, and sure enough, in I think it was July of 2017, we got going, and shortly a week after we were activated, we had the big flood here in Freeport. So, okay. At this time, I'm going to do a 1-minute all keys down moment of silence in honor of Carl Larson, W9UIJ. We will. This also is for Bill KL7JAB. At this time, we will do a 1-minute all keys down moment of silence, and I will do a last call in Carl's honor. W9UIJ, W9UIJ, K9 GCR. W9UIJ, W9UIJ, K9 GCR. No signal, K9 GCR will be clear. Carl, 7-3s, it was a pleasure knowing you. Right now, you and Ken Muto, K9KWM, and Larry Kincaid, KB9RZC, all the Stevenson County hands to a pass. The late great Russ Love, N9LXS, are having a major radioing session right now. You're at that big ham radio station in the sky where the DX is always good. It is, you know what? I did this a few years ago. Carl didn't like it. He got mad at me for doing this. But you know what? I'm going to put him down as an honorary asylum. Keep checking. W9UIJ. And okay. That was we did 1 minute all keys down moment of silence in memory of two hands. Bill KL7JAB, who passed away this past Sunday, and Carl W9UIJ, who passed away last Saturday. May you two rest in peace. We look forward to the day when we will have no more silence. Everybody will be at that great ham radio station in the sky, where the DX will always be good. Repeater Association tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. in Freeport Public Library. Second floor boardroom. If you're not doing anything on tomorrow morning, come on over. We sure would appreciate it. That's the traffic I have. Does anybody have any traffic you'd like to pass along to the net? Okay, now we go into the TechNet portion. However, as of this moment, this segment will hereafter be called the W9UIJ Carl's Corner in honor of the late Carl R. W9UIJ, also in honor of the Tuesday evening TechNet, which we used to have back in 2014 to 2017 with Tony and Carl. Carl's Corner originated when he used to read the different articles and all the different books in the magazine. A lot of you don't know this, but on Saturday evenings he would have his own TechNet on the 442.375 repeater here in Freeport. That was from about 2008, 2009, 2010 until he went to work for Walmart. Carl used to drive truck for many years, and after he retired, he went to work for Walmart. Okay. Does anybody have any technical questions for the W9UIJ Carl's Corner? Please go ahead. W9 Gene Duncan DX Corner in honor of our late Gene Duncan, W9GD, the king of DX. Every time he checked into his net, he always had a DX report. And yes, by the way, Carl, Ken, and Russ are having that big DX rag shoot section up in heaven. Does anybody have any DX reports they'd like to pass along at this time? Okay, well, no DX reports tonight, so we'll proceed with the swamp net. All lines to be bought, sold, or traded must be related to the hobbies of amateur radio or computers. All lines to be bought, sold, or traded must be related to the hobbies of amateur radio or computers. All items to be bought, sold, or traded that must be the property of or in possession of the person who wants to get rid of stuff. You may mention prices over the air, but any haggling should be done either in person or over the telephone. Also, no commercial business of any kind is allowed. Is there any stations with swamp net traffic at this time? Okay. We sure must be having a slow net tonight. I don't know. I think people must be out doing their stuff there before the bad weather hits. As I said, there's a possibility that we might be getting some bad weather conditions here in the next couple of hours. Be lucky that we're not in Wisconsin or Minnesota where they're really getting clobbered. They're telling me, I don't know how many feet of snow is supposed to get up there. But thank goodness we're just going to have rain. Okay. Let's go ahead with the roundtable. We're talking about what, as a ham radio operator, what do you want to see under your Christmas tree on Christmas Day, Christmas morning? W9UIJ, Jamie, what's going on with you? What do you want to see under your Christmas tree Christmas morning?
Oh, good evening, Jimmy. Let me correct the call sign, W9JTC. That's okay, bud. That's all right, my friend. You know, I don't know. I really got everything that I need right now. So, you know, it'd be nice to see maybe a leather case for one of my HTs or something like that, that'd be okay. You know, or something like that. But other than that, I think I'm pretty well set. But yeah, I just been enjoying my grandson. We got a chance to see him yesterday, and we're really happy. He's doing very well. So we're me and my wife are tickled to death. We're grandparents for the first time, so we're enjoying that, and haven't had a whole lot of time to play radio. I had it on part of the time, but I guess I missed something this evening here, because I caught the tail end of something, and somebody said something about a rah-rah meeting, and I completely missed it. So I do apologize. I wished I would have caught that. But anyway, that's all I've got, Jimmy. I am sorry to hear about the hams we got some silent keys. Wealth of knowledge lost, but hopefully some of that was passed on to the rest of us. Anyway, back to you, Jimmy, W9JTC.
Well, thank you very much for checking in, Jamie. Yeah, that was a monthly on-air rah-rah meeting. Larry K9KZT was reading from a couple of stories there from the popular electronics magazine from the 1950s. And it was that was about it. Nothing much happened. There was a very slow turnout that night. That's probably the least number of stations who participated in this rah-rah on-air meeting ever since we started this. I think it was the last year.
QSL, Jimmy. Maybe some people are out Christmas shopping. You never know. I hope this whatever this weather is that they're talking about coming in, I hope it's nothing severe for us. I did hear about Eau Claire getting like a foot. I heard an operator on HF said they were expecting like a foot or more of snow up there. So I say all I can say is it's better them than us. Anyway, Jimmy, thanks for being there. Great net as always. Always enjoy the Friday Night Fun Net, and keep up the good work, my friend. W9JTC, back to net control.
Thank you very much, Jamie, and thank you for checking in. This is K9GCR, the Friday Night Fun Net on the K9RFD Repeater and Rockford, transmitting from Friday Night Fun Net Center in Freeport. By the way, I think this past Sunday, the 5th, I think was, this was the 13th anniversary of the very first Friday Night Fun Net. We started this net back in 2008, Brad Smith and I. So that's okay. And thank you for checking in. So okay, let's go ahead. Joe, K9JPP, are you still with us? Okay, he's gone. I want to tell you something about the call, W9UIJ. His uncle, Bill, way back in the 1930s, had that call. And I don't know when Carl got into this hobby, but I think he had an earlier call, but so he decided to get his uncle's old call, W9UIJ. And I'll tell you what, if Brad Smith was listening, come on, Brad, goodness sakes, check in. We haven't heard from you in the Coons days. You know all the history of all the other stuff around here, so, yeah. Uncle Bill's call way back in the 1930s. That was his call, and many years later, Carl, W9UIJ, got that call. Okay, KD9HKX, Larry and Roscoe. Sorry about keeping you waiting. What do you want to see under your Christmas tree on Christmas morning as far as ham equipment goes?
KC9GCR, KD9HKX. Good evening, Jim, and good evening to everyone else listening on the net. I'm a little like Jamie, I just about have everything that I really need or want right now. Maybe a linear amp, although I prefer to do things with finesse rather than with just straight power, so I've always kind of shied away from doing anything like that too. So I really don't need anything. Maybe more books. Always like books. So I'd just put it down to books on ham radio, electronics books. With that, I'll turn back to you, Jim. K9GCR, KD9HKX.
Nothing wrong with books there. That's for sure. I bought plenty of them at the Belvedere Handfest here. That's for sure. Okay. Thank you for checking in there, Larry. You have a good evening. Enjoy your weekend. We'll catch you on the Monday Night Rah-Rah Infonet. Okay. 89JF, Jim in Loves Park. What's going on with you? What do you want to see under your Christmas tree on Christmas morning?
AE9JF, good evening, Jimmy. Good evening, everyone on the net. I don't have a lot that I need, and of course I'd want a whole lot of things. But no, I think the only thing I'm looking at right now is a coax cable switch and a couple sections. I need to get those so that I can tie a couple radios together, but nothing major, no big dollar ticket items. I'm good now. I've pretty well purged the buying bug. I do notice that the rains continue. I'm at 0.6 inches, but the wind remains relatively calm, so hopefully we'll get some rain, but not severe weather. Other than that, quiet, warmed up a little bit. I was glad for that, so nothing to complain about right now. AE9JF, back to net.
Sounds good, Jim, and I hear you. And just stay up there in Wisconsin, too. We don't need it. I don't care if it is close to Christmas. Okay, sounds good. All right, thank you for checking in there. K9RFD, what's going on with you? What do you want to see under your Christmas tree on Christmas Day? Okay, we'll move on. Mike, K9MED, Rochelle, streaming this net live on the internet and recording this for future replay on the Friday Night Fun Net Facebook page. Mike, as a ham radio operator, what do you want to see under your Christmas tree Christmas morning?
KD9MED here. Well, Jimmy, I have plenty of wants, but really no needs because I've got enough. I've been blessed this year. But if I had to choose, I would say maybe a Lab 599 TX500 or possibly a Yaesu FTM 400 XDR. But else, other than that, if you could put some good health wishes under the tree as well this year, that would be appreciated. And KD9MED, back to net.
Okay, sounds good there, Mike. I hear you. I think a lot of people feel the same way. I got everything I need. I don't think I need any more stuff. That's okay. Thank you for what you're doing for us, Mike. The live business net. Can you say right on Clubhead in Hindi or in Burmese, Mandarin Chinese, Yiddish, Swahili? Thanks for all that you're doing for us there. So, recording this net on the Facebook page for future replay. If you listen to Friday Night Fun Net on the Facebook page, every night is Friday night. Okay, N9DPP, Greg and Rockford. What, as a ham radio operator, what do you want to see under your tree on Christmas Day? N9DPP, Greg and Rockford, are you still with us? K9RFD, Norman Orville, what's going on with you? What do you want to see under your Christmas tree on Christmas morning?
KC9GCR, KC9RGG. Jim, I want a heater for this Radio Shack. I'm sitting down here in a corner of the basement, and it's really cold. It's nice talking to you during the summer, but as it gets cold outside, this corner gets cold, so I could sure use a heater. Back to you, Jim. KC9GCR, KC9RGG.
Oh, boy, I didn't know you had that situation. Well, Norm, hopefully Santa Claus will be good to you. You'll get you a heater. That'd be nice if you could have one in your shack. Okay. Hey, listen, I know you're about ready to hit the sack, so I'll say 7 threes, and thank you for checking in. And we'll talk to you next week, hopefully. Nothing wrong with that. I'll tell you what, it seems like I got my heat on full blast here in this shack, and I got my ceiling fan going too, so it doesn't get so warm. Okay, KC9YI, Scott and Monroe. What is going on with you? As a ham radio operator, what do you want to see under your Christmas tree on Christmas morning? Okay, sounds good, Scott. The ID went off at the end of your transmission there, but that sounds good. Well, hopefully maybe you can get that amplifier there. That sounds good. Scott, thank you for checking in. We'll be watching the mail tomorrow for that antenna there. Thank you very much for doing that. Yeah, we'll catch you on the Green County Net this coming Sunday night. Thank you for checking in. Okay, that was Scott, K9YI, who's the net control operator of the Green County Aries Net, which means every Sunday evening at 7:30 p.m. on the 145.110 repeater in Monroe, PL 123.0 miles sausage. It's a combination Aries Races and the Rag Tune Net. In case you didn't hear him, Scott was kind of hoping for a HF amplifier under his Christmas tree, so we'll see what happens. Thanks for checking in, Scott. That concludes my list. Do we have any more stations who'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
KD9EPZ.
KD9EPZ. Okay, Al. I've got you checked in. I don't know if I hope you were able to hear the tribute to Carl, W9UIJ there, but okay. What do you want to see under your Christmas tree on the Christmas day as far as ham radio stuff goes?
I could use a couple of good external speakers.
No, okay. Nothing wrong with that. Well, maybe you should talk to Santa Claus. Maybe you should, other than that, besides that, hopefully somebody get somebody to come to your house and fix that chair of yours. That's unfortunately what happened there.
I hope so. Anybody out there knows anybody who's a lane warranty service who'll come out to Rochelle? I mean, no, I've got a chair that was bought in June, that the reclining mechanism just broke on it.
Let's see if we can help Al out fixing this, get his chair fixed. Nothing right relaxing and reclining in your favorite easy chair, that's for sure. Okay, Al, thank you for checking into the Friday Night Fun Net. I don't know if I'll be able to see if I can tune into the Night Watch net after I get done here. We'll see what happens, but thank you for checking in. Okay, are there any more stations who want to check the Friday Night Fun at this time? If you're coming home with your Friday night fish fry, steak fry, grocery shopping or the show, if you're coming home from your doing some Christmas shopping or what have you, if you just came home, turned your radio on, or you've been copying the mail for the last 45, 46 minutes, this is your chance of checking the Friday Night Fun Net from anywhere in the region. With job traffic, please call K9GTR. This is K9GTR, net control of the Friday Night Fun Net. I think I got everything I need. I don't think I need any more equipment there. But by the way, I've got Scott K9YI in Monroe has got sent a package in the mail. I should be getting it tomorrow. It's a rubber ducky antenna for my HDX the 202 HD. So, Al, thank you very much for doing that. If you're still listening, so that's about it. So, okay. Any more stations who want to check the Friday Night Fun Net, please call now. Okay, Mike, go ahead. Oh yeah, Bruce, N9BWM, yes. I used to have some great conversations on this net there. He checked into this net way back when we first started this back in 2008. Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you very much, Bruce. If you're listening, we got you checked in, and thank you very much, and thank you, Mike. Any more stations want to check the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
Hey, Jimmy, I'll go ahead and check in. This is Tom here in Janesville, WI9 Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. I got no traffic tonight there, Jimmy.
That's okay, Tom. You got do any bus trips tomorrow or what?
Oh, negative. I haven't had in a couple weeks now, so hey, it's all good there. Just doing my regular routes and no extra trips or charters, so it's all good there, Jimmy.
That's good. Okay, Tom, I'm asking everybody, as a ham radio operator, what do you want to see under your Christmas tree on Christmas morning?
That's a good one there, Jimmy. No, like I said, I've been wanting to get an HF radio for 5 years, maybe, I don't know. But I got a lot of work to do between there. Then I got to install an antenna and a power supply and all that good stuff, so... yeah, all in due time. I'm hoping maybe next summer, or, maybe, we'll see. But like I said, I'm hoping to get an HF radio in the next year or so, but we'll see.
Okay, sounds good, Tom. Let's hope you get one for your sake there, Bert. Hopefully Santa Claus will be good for you. Good for you, I should say. Okay, thank you for checking in there, Tom 73. Have a good evening.
All right, Jimmy, sounds good. This is Tom up here in Janesville, WI9 Whiskey Tango Foxtrot there. Jimmy, have a good night, and we'll talk to you on the next one.
Okay, Tom, sounds good. Any more stations want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay, well, I'll tell you what we're going to do. Now, we're going to do Friday Night Fun Net Trivia. This is, well, I'll tell you what, we did not have a VE testing session this past Saturday, so there was no test. The next VE session will take place in February. So we'll let you know when that happens. We've got people who listen to this net on scanners. They listen because they can't listen to police communications anymore unless they have a very expensive digital scanner, in which they can receive some unencrypted police frequencies. Or else they listen to this net for the fun of it there. So, but this is for the benefit. This trivia segment is for the benefit of those who are studying for their first ham radio license. So, okay, we will proceed. And I'm trying to some of these questions I'm trying to avoid. All right. First question. What is an amateur station control point? A, the location of the station's transmitting antenna. B, the location of the station's transmitting apparatus. C, the location at which the control operator function is performed. D, the mailing address of the station licensee. What is an amateur station control point? A, the location of the station's transmitting antenna. B, the location of the station transmitting apparatus. C, the location at which the control operator function is performed. D, the mailing address of the station licensee. Does anybody have a correct answer to this question? Okay, I'll read this question one more time. What is an amateur station control point? A, the location of the station's transmitting antenna. B, the location of the station transmitting apparatus. C, the location at which the control operator's function is performed. D, the mailing address of the station licensee. Anybody correct answer to this question? Okay, what is an amateur station control point? Correct answer, C, Charlie. The location at which the control operator function is performed. Find another question here. Okay. Which of the following is a requirement for the issuance of a club station license grant? A, the trustee must have an amateur extra class operator's license grant. B, the club must have at least 4 members. C, the club must be registered with the American Radio Relay League. D, all these choices are correct. Which of the following is a requirement for the issuance of a club station license grant? A, the trustee must have an amateur extra class operator license grant. B, the club must have at least 4 members. C, the club must be registered with the American Radio Relay League. D, all these choices are correct. Does anybody have a correct answer to this question?
KD9EPZ.
Go ahead, Al.
B is in Bravo.
You are correct, Al. You are correct. Which of the following is a requirement for the issuance of a club station license grant? Correct answer is B, Bravo. The club must have at least 4 members. 97.2B2. Each club must have a licensed trustee who actually holds the club license and is designated by a club officer. Clubs must have at least 4 members and be organized as in Rule 97.5B, Ham Radio License Manual, page 7-3, license. Here in Stevens County, we're Stevens County Repeater Association. Mel, K9RFD is trustee of the 147.390 repeater. Okay, let's find another question here. Okay. Okay. Why are simplex channels designated in the VHF-UHF band plans? A, so that stations within mutual communications range can communicate without tying up a repeater. B, for contest operation. C, for working DX only. D, so that stations with simple transmitters can access the repeater without automated offset. Why are simplex channels designated in the VHF-UHF band plans? A, so that stations within mutual communications range communicate without tying up the repeater. B, for contest operation. C, for working DX only. D, so that stations with simple transmitters can access the repeater without automated offset. Anybody have correct answer to this question?
Let's go with D Delta, KD9MED.
I'll tell you what, Mike. Sorry. Nice try, but that's not correct. Thank you for trying. Anybody else want to give it a shot?
KD9HKX.
Go ahead, Larry.
A Alpha.
You are correct. Larry, you are correct. Why are simplex channels designated in the VHF or UHF band plans? A, so that stations within mutual communications range can communicate without tying up a repeater. Since only so many repeaters can share a band in the region, hams must use them wisely. If two stations are in range of each other, they can try simplex communication to avoid occupying or tying up a repeater. Ham radio license manual, page 6-6. All right, let's find another one here. Oh, I think I read this question a couple weeks ago. So, okay, let's find another one. Okay. Which term describes the rate at which electrical energy is used? A, resistance. B, current. C, power. D, voltage. Which term describes the rate at which electrical energy is used? A, resistance. B, current. C, power. D, voltage. Anybody have correct answer to this question?
Let's go with B Bravo, current, KD9MED.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mike. Sorry, that's not correct answer. You're starting out on the wrong foot tonight, friend. Okay, anybody else have correct your? That's okay, Mike. Anybody else want to give it a shot?
89EPZ, it's power.
That is correct. You are correct, Al. You are correct. Which term describes the rate at which electrical energy is used? Correct answer is C, Charlie, power. Power, represented by the symbol P, is the rate at which electrical energy is used. Ham radio license manual, page 3-7. Okay, we'll continue with the trivia segment, but at this time, are there any more stations that like to check the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay, here's another one. What is the resistance of a current that draws 4 amperes from a 12-volt source? A, 3 ohms. B, 16 ohms. C, 48 ohms. D, 8 ohms. What is the resistance of a circuit that draws 4 amperes from a 12-volt source? A, 3 ohms. B, B, 48 ohms. D, 8 ohms. Anybody correct to answer this question?
KD9HKX.
Go ahead, Larry.
It's 3 ohms.
You are correct, Al. You are correct. What is the resistance of a circuit that draws 4 amperes from a 12-volt source? Correct answer is 8 alpha, 3 ohms. And I'm not even going to try to read that problem there. Let's see if we can find another one. All right. Stand by. Oh boy. I'm trying to avoid reading the same questions all the time. All right. Okay, here's one. I haven't read this one in a while. Those of you who have cable TV should know the correct answer to this one by heart. What should be the first step to resolve cable TV interference from your ham radio transmission? A, add a low-pass filter to the TV antenna input. B, add a high-pass filter to the TV antenna input. C, add a preamplifier to the TV antenna input. D, be sure all TV coaxial connectors are installed properly. What should be the first step to resolve cable TV interference from your ham radio transmission? A, add a low-pass filter to the TV antenna input. B, add a high-pass filter to the TV antenna input. C, add a preamplifier to the TV antenna input. D, be sure all TV coaxial connectors are installed properly. Anybody correct to answer this question?
KD9ETZ.
Go ahead, Al.
BD. And for everybody's information, we're having an electrical storm out here.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, you did say that D delta, is that correct?
Yes, D is in Delta.
Okay, sounds good, Al. If you feel that you have to leave us, you go ahead. We don't want to see anything happen to your equipment. So D delta is correct. What should be the first step to resolve cable TV interference from your ham radio transmission? The correct answer is D delta. Be sure that all the TV coaxial connectors are installed properly. A possible source of interference to hams and to cable TV customers is leakage. Leakage can refer to amateur signals getting into the cable TV feed line or to cable signals getting out and being radiated. The most common cause of leakage in either direction is faulty coaxial connectors on the cable feed line that are either loose or improperly installed. Ham radio license manual page 9-9. Al, if you feel that you gotta leave us, you go ahead. Thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. Well, that way on the log. We don't want to see anything happen to his equipment. We don't want a lightning strike going down and knocking out his radio or anything like that. Now, after having this, all these people come and help put up his antenna back to where it was before the duration. So, okay. We're going to do one more question. One more question in the. Let's see. Hold on. Okay. Which of the following describes a type of antenna loading? A, inserting an inductor in the radiating portion of the antenna to make it electrically longer. B, inserting a resistor in the radiation portion radiating portion of the antenna to make it resonant. C. Installing a spring in the base of a mobile vertical antenna to make it more flexible. D. Strengthening the radiating elements of a beam antenna to better resist wind damage. Which of the following describes a type of antenna loading? A. Inserting an inductor in the radiating portion of the antenna to make it electrically longer. B. Inserting a resistor in the radiating portion of the antenna to make it resonant. C. Installing a spring in the base of a mobile vertical antenna to make it more flexible. D. Strengthening the radiating elements of a beam antenna to better resist wind damage. Anybody correct answer this?
Let's go with A alpha. Inserting a coil. KD9MED.
Yay, Mike, you finally got one right. Good. You are correct. Which of the following describes a type of antenna loading? Correct answer is A alpha. In A, inserting an inductor in the radiating portion of the antenna to make it electrically longer. Inserting an inductor into an antenna element is called inductive loading, and it makes the antenna longer electrically than it is physically. And radio license manual page 4-13. Okay. Before we proceed with the trivia segment, we have any more stations who'd like to check the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay. I'm going to read a few questions. Okay. What is a geomagnetic storm? A sudden drop in the solar flux index. B. A thunderstorm that affects radio propagation. C. Ripples in the ionosphere. D. A temporary disturbance in Earth's magnetosphere. What is a geomagnetic storm? A sudden drop in the solar flux index. B. A thunderstorm that affects radio propagation. C. Ripples in the ionosphere. D. A temporary disturbance in Earth's magnetosphere. Anybody correct answer this question?
Well, let's try D delta. KD9MED.
Okay, Mike, well, you're 2 for 2. You're correct. What is a geomagnetic storm? Correct answer is D delta, a temporary disturbance in Earth's magnetosphere. The discussion is rather lengthy. I'm not going to bother reading it. We'll move on. Okay. What is the purpose of a speech processor as used in a modern transceiver? A. Increase the intelligibility of transmitted phone signals during poor conditions. B. Increase transmitter base response for more natural sounding SSB signals. C. Prevent distortion of voice signals. D. Increase high frequency voice output to prevent out of band operation. What is the purpose of a speech processor as used in a modern transceiver? A. Increase the intelligibility of transmitted phone signals during poor conditions. B. Increase transmitter base response for more natural sounding SSB signals. C. Prevent distortion of voice signals. D. Increase high frequency voice output to prevent out of band operation. Anybody correct answer this question? Okay, I'll read the question and give the correct answer. What is the purpose of a speech processor as used in a modern transceiver? Correct answer is A alpha. Increase the intelligibility of transmitted phone signals during poor conditions. Okay. Okay. What is the feed point impedance of an end-fed half-wave antenna? Whoa, let's do that again. I don't know what happened. For whatever reason, I'm releasing this mic key here. What is the feed point impedance of an end-fed half-wave antenna? A, very low. B, approximately 50 ohms. C, approximately 300 ohms. D, very high. What is the feed point impedance of an end-fed half-wave antenna? A, very low. B, approximately 50 ohms. C, approximately 300 ohms. D, very high. Anybody correct to answer this question? Okay, I'll read the question and give the correct answer. What is the feed point impedance of an end-fed half-wave antenna? Correct answer is D delta, very high. Feed point impedance of a 1/2 wave wavelength dipole increases as the feed point is moved away from the center and is several thousand ohms at the end. The end-fed half-wave, or EFHW antenna, with its feed point at one end, is popular for portable operating because it is lightweight and easy to install. General class size and manual page 7-3. Okay. This is K9GCR with the Friday Night Fun Net on the K9RFD Repeater and Robert, transferring from Friday Night Fun Net Center in Freeport. Are there any more stations I'd like to check in this time? Please call now. All right. What are the toughest questions in the tech, general, and extra Q&A? Your tower questions, of course. You new listeners, those of you who are getting your first ham radio license the first time, someday you're going to be part of a tower climbing crew. You're either going to be climbing the tower, or part of the crew that climbs the tower, or you're going to be part of the ground support crew. This next question might put you over the top as far as getting their technicians a ticket goes. Here we go. Which of these choices should be observed when climbing a tower using a safety belt or harness? A, never lean back and rely on the belt alone to support your weight. B, confirm that the belt is rated for the weight of the climber and that it is within its allowable service life. C, ensure that all heavy tools are securely fastened to the belt D-ring. D, all of these choices are correct. Which of these choices should be observed when climbing a tower using a safety belt or harness? A, never lean back and rely on the belt alone to support your weight. B, confirm that the belt is rated for the weight of the climber and that it is within its allowable service life. C, ensure that all heavy tools are securely fastened to the belt D-ring. D, all of these choices are correct. Anybody correct to answer this question? All right. Our tower climbers must have left us. So I'll read the question, I'll go ahead and give the answer. Which of these choices should be observed when climbing a tower using a safety belt or harness? Correct answer is B, Bravo. Confirm that the belt is rated for the weight of the climber and that it is within its allowable service life. Okay. Okay, I think that's going to do it for Friday night Fun Net Trivia. We'll do this again next week. At this time, do we have any more stations that'd like to check in? Please call now. Okay. Well, the severe weather hasn't hit us yet. Let's hope it stays away till after the net. Then it can rain all it wants to. Okay. Now I'm going to give you the rundown of all the other nets we have in the area. Stand by. Let me get out my other stuff here. In about 45 minutes or 44 minutes or whatever, on the Chicago CFMC 443.750 repeater, the PL 114.8 plus offset. Night watch will be getting underway. Then that runs 7 nights a week. It starts at 10 o'clock. So I think they do a ham radio Jeopardy on that. They like the old on the Jeopardy TV show. They read the questions, such and such is this, what is, so on. You know how that works. So okay. Night watch net is held every night at 10 p.m. on the 443.750 repeater in Chicago, PL 114.8 plus offset. If you can't get in that repeater, you can get in via the Echo link. The lunch bunch net is held every day, Monday through Friday, between the hours of 12 noon and 1 p.m. on the swap net is held at 12:30 p.m. It's on the 145.430 W9DUP DuPage County repeater. That has a PL 107.2 minus offset. There is a Saturday night fun net which meets every Saturday evening at 9 p.m. on the 146.910 repeater in Milwaukee. The PL 127.3 minus offset. That's a lot more structured than this one. You got checking A through to G, H through N, and so on and so forth. But that's a good net. You can pick them up. Okay, I mentioned this earlier. The Greene County and Aries Racing net meets on Sunday evenings at 7:30 p.m. on the 145.110 repeater in Monroe. The PL of 123.0 minus offset. Scott, K9YI is net control. It's a combination of Aries Races and Ragtune net. At 8 p.m. on the 146.850 repeater in Sterling, PL 114.8 minus offset. The Whiteside County Aries group holds its Sunday evening net. The Kishwaukee, no. The Big Thunder Amps Radio Club holds its Sunday evening net at 8 p.m. on the 147.375 repeater in Belvedere. It has a PL of 100.0 minus plus offset. Monday evenings at 7 p.m. usually on the 146.610 repeater in Rockford, PL 114.8 plus offset. The Rockford Amps Radio Association, the Rah-Rah info net is held. I share the duties of net control with Larry K9 and KCT. I think he had a total of, I believe it was, 13 check-ins or something. Okay. the Lee County Aries group holds its Monday evening net at 8 p.m. on a 146.970 repeater in Dixon with a PL of 82.5 minus offset. The Kishwaukee Amateur Radio Club holds its Monday evening net at 8:30 p.m. on the 146.730 repeater in the Cal PL 100.0 minus offset. Tuesdays and Thursday evenings at 7 p.m. we have the Health and the Tech Net on this repeater. This past Tuesday, Larry K9CKZT filled in for Larry AC9GO, and I ran the net last night. So that's what's going on. We ask everybody how they're getting along health-wise, and if anybody has any technical questions. The North America Long Wires net meets every Tuesday evening at 8 p.m. on the 28.375 megahertz, 10 meters upper sideband with Rick. K9 QDP as K9 QDP as your net control station. The Old County Aries Amateur Radio net, including Aries Skywarn, meets at the 9 p.m. Tuesday evening on the 147.165 repeater in Bellwood, Oregon, with a PL 146.2 plus offset. I almost forgot to mention this. The Rock County Public Service net meets every Tuesday evening at 7 p.m. on the 145.450 repeater in Janesville, PL 123.0 minus offset. This is K9GCR, the Friday Night Fun Net on the K9RFD Repeater in Rockford, transferring to Friday Night Fun Net Center in Freeport. We have anybody who would like to check in this time? Please call now. Okay, on Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. here in Freeport on the 147.390 repeater, PL 114.8 plus offset. We have the Stevenson County Aries net. Tony N9RB was assumed to do the net control this past Wednesday. He did a nice tribute to Carl, W9UIJ. He was the one who originally pushed this, get this Aries group going here in Stevenson County. Then the Greater Boyd Amateur Radio Club holds its Wednesday evening net at 7:30 p.m. on the 147.120 repeater in Boyd, PL 1.3.0 plus offset. And again here in Freeport at 8 p.m. on the 147.390 repeater, PL 114.8 plus offset. We have the Wednesday evening swap net. It runs from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. until all traffic is handled. Bell, N9RPN, and I share the dues of net control. Bell also brings us amateur radio news line, 15-minute independent news broadcast of both entire to amateur radio. Okay, the senile net is held on every Monday through Friday from 1400 to 1500 hours, and we're 8 p.m. 8 a.m. 9 a.m. local time on 14.287 megahertz, 20 meters upper sideband with the Chuck W9BB as your net control. He stays check is not only locally but throughout the U.S. Oh, and yes, I almost forgot. Thursday evenings at 8 p.m. on the 147.390 repeater in Freeport, PL 114.8 plus all said. We have the Salvation Army Saturn net. I was in net control of that net. Believe it or not, this is a true story, folks. I only had one check-in, and that was myself. Nobody else checked into that net. That's the first time that's ever happened. Hopefully we'll have a better turnout next Thursday night. Okay, you're all caught up to date on your local nets. Support your local net control operators. Support your local nets. Support your local repeaters. If you're a member of any ham radio club, by all means support your local clubs. And, well, you know what? I almost forgot. Tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., here on this repeater, I will be hosting the bi-monthly Illinois Region 1 Hospital radio test. This test is held every 2 months during the even number, second Saturday of the even number of the months. I will hold that here on this repeater. After we get done here, I'll be switching over to the 147.165 repeater in Oregon with a PL 114.8 to 146.2 plus all set with Lloyd, KD9MED as your net control. When he gets done there, he'll switch that over to the 146.970 repeater in Dixon with a PL 1 of 82.5 minus all set. Illinois Region 1 Hospital radio test. It's held the second Saturday of every even number of the month at 9 a.m. Okay, at this time, any more stations would like to check the Friday Night Fun Net, please call now.
KD9DCR, KD9HWK, Matt Sycamore checking in, saying, hey Jimmy, how's it going?
K9HWK, good evening. I'm doing fine. How's things going with you?
Not too bad. Raining pretty good down here. Ain't here hitting the roof.
Al, K9EPG Don Rochelle just reported he's having an electrical storm.
Ah, so it's probably getting pretty close to here then.
Stop here.
That's for sure. Thank you for mentioning the Friday Night Fun Net during the Kishwaukee Amateur Radio Club net. So, okay, I want to ask you, what, as a ham radio operator, this is a question tonight, as a ham radio operator, what do you want to see under your Christmas tree on Christmas morning?
I don't know really. Nothing in particular. I'm pretty well set, I guess.
I'm pretty well set too. I understand. That's for sure. Hey, thank you for all you do on on your net there. Mention the Friday Night Fun Net. Have a good evening. Enjoy your weekend. We'll talk to you down the hall. Thank you for checking in.
Yeah, have a good night, Jimmy, and everybody out there on the net. I think Al jumped in there at some point. 73 KD9HWK.
Okay, any more stations want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay, does anybody have any additional questions, comments, or traffic you'd like to bring before the net? Okay, I want to tell you about the Friday Night Fun Net Facebook page. You'll see pertinent information about the Friday Night Fun Net. You'll see updated pictures of my ham shack. And like I said, you'll be able to listen to this net as soon as it is posted. Mike, K9MED, does a great job of recording this net for future replay on the Facebook page. He streams this live on the internet. I've had 2 internet check-ins. You can even listen to next week. You can even listen to How can you listen to next week's net when it hasn't even been on yet? You can listen to past editions of the Friday Night Fun Net. You can listen to Thanksgiving net we had 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, and I had to read all the different recipes for duck, rabbit, and what have you, venison. Then you can listen to portions of them. If you just want to listen to the trivia segment or what have you there, you can do that too. So again, check out the Friday Night Fun Net Facebook page if you want to listen to past editions of the Friday Night Fun Net. Every night is Friday night when you listen to the net on the Facebook page. Next, I want to tell you about the Friday Night Fun Net Central Hotline. Area code 815-232-FN, 232-3636, the local Freeport number. If you're out in the sticks, you can hear the repeater, but you can't get to it due to conditions, or you're too far away from it, or you don't have internet access. You can give me a call on the Friday Night Fun Net Hotline. You've seen pictures of it on the Facebook page. It's a traditional red desktop touchstone telephone. It has not rang so far tonight during the net. When I do transmit, you do hear it ring. That's a real telephone ring, folks. Not that phony baloney cell phone ring. Okay. Any more stations you want to check in this time? Please call now. Okay, I'll tell you what. We're going to keep the net going here till at least 10 o'clock. Now, in the event of severe weather, should anything happen here, we'll just go ahead and close down the net and turn things over to Ricky, WX9RLT, for the Skywarn net. So, but, okay. I want to thank Dan, N9DCH, the trustee of this repeater, for allowing us to use the old Friday Night Fun Net on this repeater when we can't use it on 6-1. I'm going to run down the list of check-ins who've checked in so far. These are my 2 early bird check-ins, K9NWI, Chris, and K9KGT, Larry. Okay, I got my 1 internet check-in, KF9SD. We had another one, but we'll read that later. These are our stations of check-in so far during the net. K9OUP, 89BU, N96K, H9QPL, H9NW, K9SBA, W9AXD no, W9AXD the first, let's see, let's try that one more time. K9OUP, A9BU, N96K, H9QPL, H9NW, K9SBA are my 6 short time check-ins. These are the stations of okay. These are okay. W9JTC, K9JPP. Thank you for that information about the KL7JEB. I was sure sorry to hear that. K9HKX, Orion Roscoe, 89JF, Jim in Loves Park, and INSBJ, Scott Rockford. K9MED, Mike and Rochelle, thank you for recording this net on the Facebook page, and we're streaming it live on the internet. This is the Friday Night Fun Net for Friday, December 10th, 2021. N9GBP, K9RTG, Norman, Orfordville, Wisconsin. K9YI, Scott Monroe, Wisconsin. And W9UIJ, Carl, our honorary check-in, silent key check-in. He will be always be a part of it because I'm naming the TechNet segment after him. W9UIJ, Carl's Corner. K9EPC, Alan Rochelle, thank you for checking in. Myself, K9GCR, Net Control, N9BWF, Bruce, for checking in via the internet. WI9.WTF. And last but certainly not least, K9HWK in DeKalb County. Okay. I got a total of 1, 2, 3, 2 early early bird check-ins, 2 internet check-ins. I got a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 24 check-ins overall. Any more stations want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net, please go now. Okay, be sure you tell your mothers, your fathers, your sons and daughters, your brothers and sisters, your aunts and uncles, your nieces, your nephews, your grandparents, your in-laws, your neighbors across the street, down the street, next door. Be sure you tell your butcher, your baker, your candlestick maker. Be sure you tell the clerk behind the checkout counter of your grocery store. Be sure to tell the clerk behind the counter of your convenience store. Be sure you tell your waiters, waitresses, and your bartenders at your friends in the neighborhood bars, restaurants, taverns, or pubs. Be sure you tell your garage mechanic, your used car dealer, your new car dealer. Be sure you tell the bank teller, the president of your local bank. Be sure you tell the clerk behind the counter of your post office when you go buy stamps. Be sure you tell the members of your local PTA or PTO. Be sure you tell your priests, your ministers, your rabbis, your mullahs, your ayatollahs, and your imams. Be sure you tell your probation officer, your parole officer, your divorce lawyer. Be sure you tell your okay. Be sure you tell your boyfriends, your girlfriends, your ex-boyfriends, your ex-girlfriends, your husbands, your wives, your ex-husbands, your ex-wives, your ex-in-laws, and of course your old ladies about the Friday Night Fun Net. The more check-ins, the better than that. Make sure you have a valid FCC license before you check in. I'm sorry, folks, we do not take check-ins from jailbirds, jammers, potty mouths, crackheads, dopeheads, spotheads, telemarketers. If you take a knee or you do not stand for the national anthem, we don't take your check-ins. You don't back the bull, we don't take your check-ins. Sorry, folks, that's all there is to it. Okay, at this time, we have any more stations like check the Friday Night Fun Net. Please call now. Okay, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. This concludes our main business here for the night. I'll tell you what, I'm going to keep the net open till at least maybe after 10 o'clock. We'll see how many more check-ins we get. So, if anybody wants to rag you or contact somebody, please feel free to do so. Otherwise, I'll stand by to take any more late check-ins. Again, I'm going to keep the net open till, let's see, it's almost 20 minutes to 10. I'm going to give it another half hour yet before I close it down. Last week we closed it down at 10 minutes after, 11 minutes after 10 last Friday night. I have a total of 38 check-ins. So far the count stands at 24 check-ins. Slow turnout tonight. I think everybody's doing their Christmas shopping, at least before the weather hits. So, again, anybody wants to rag you, please feel free to do so. Otherwise, I'll stand by to pick up any late check-ins. This is K9RFD, the Friday Night Fun Net. We'll be standing by.
KD9MED.
Yeah, go ahead, my K9G Shark. Boy, it is sure a slow night tonight.
Yeah, I copy that, Jimmy. Was looking. I've got the lightningmaps.org and Wonder Map up, and I tell you what, I had some pretty close calls down here with some lightning. I was almost thought for a minute I was going to have to pull everything down and stop the live stream, but things have considerably, gotten quiet down here so far.
Now, it's up to you. It's your call. If you feel like you have to disconnect stuff, you just go ahead.
Yeah, copy that. I think we'll be okay. We're just on the tail end of some rain here. And lightningmaps.org looks pretty clean right now as well.
Thanks for letting us know about the weather situation. Okay, I'm going to stay on the air here for at least another half hour yet, see if we can get any more check-ins. After that, I'll just might close it down here. Well, maybe after 10 o'clock. We'll see what happens. But thank you for the update.
All right, yeah, copy that, Jimmy. I'll be standing by here, keeping the live stream going for probably another 20 minutes or so.
Okay, it'll be just after 10 o'clock then. So okay, we'll see what happens. If we don't get any more check-ins, then maybe we'll close it down at or right after 10 o'clock then. Thank you very much.
All right, copy that, Jimmy. KD9MED is standing by.
Now, if anybody wants to rag you, you're welcome to do so. This is about the time that Dean KD9FLO and Roscoe usually checks in, so we'll just see what happens there. So this is K9G Sharp Friday Night Fun Net. Anybody wants to rag you or contact someone, please feel free to do so. We'll be standing by here, K9G Sharp. This is K9GCR with the Friday Night Fun Net on the K9RFD Repeater in Rockford, transmitting for Friday Night Fun Net Central and Freeport. Anybody just tuning in that would like to check in, please call now. Okay, I got two more Christmas radio nut jokes from the Brad, WW2D, that was his call this time. That guy's changed so many call signs over the years that it's pathetic. But here we go. You know you're a radio nut when your Christmas lights go dim and then brighten when you're talking on single sideband. Here's another one. You know you're a radio nut when Santa's sleigh gets directions from you on your local 2-meter repeater. If you have a homemade Christmas radio nut joke you want to pass along, or any other radio nut joke, you just give me a call here on the radio or on the Friday Night Fun Net hotline. Area code 815-232-FN-FN, 232-3636, the local Freeport number. I'll take your homemade radio nut jokes are better than the 30 original ones anyway. By the way, next 2 weeks from tonight is Christmas Eve. My family's not going to be having a Christmas again this year due to the COVID virus, so I'll be staying home. We're going to have our annual Christmas edition of Friday Night Fun Net on Christmas Eve, Friday, December 24th. I don't know how many check-ins we'll get, but there's a possibility and a possibility only that I may be hearing from Santa Claus. I've been trying to contact Santa, but he's been very busy. He has not been able to get a hold of me, but hopefully either next Friday night or Christmas Eve while he's on his way, maybe we'll hear from him. Maybe he'll check into this net then. It's always a popular thing around Christmas time when Santa Claus always checks in the Friday Night Fun Net. You know, the kids of the grandchildren or sons and daughters of the ham radio operators like to talk to him. So we'll see what we can do about making arrangements so maybe he can get on the air either next Friday or Friday Christmas Eve. See what happens. Any more stations want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net this time, please call now.
Hey Jamie, KD9MED here with a radio nut joke. Yeah, time for it.
Always have time for it. Go ahead. I already got my pen and scratch paper. Go ahead.
All right, you're a radio nut when you have more certificates and licenses on your wall than your local veterinarian or dentist.
When you have more local, I'm trying to talk and write at the same time here. When you have more local certificates and what?
When you have more certificates and licenses on your wall than your local veterinarian or dentist.
Okay, sounds good. You know what? I think I might have to look. I think somebody already gave me that, but hey, thank you very much anyway. I appreciate that. Poverty Friday Night Fun Net on the K9RFD Repeater Rockford transmitting from Friday Night Fun Net Center in Freeport. Do we have any more stations that would like to check in this time? Please call now. K9MED, this is K9GCR.
Yep, KD9MED.
Yeah, I found that. That's number 28 of the original radio nut jokes. Yeah, that's you know you're a radio nut when you have more certificates and licenses on the wall than your local veterinarian or dentist. Yeah, that was number 28 of the 30 original radio nut jokes. But thank you anyway.
Yep, copy that. I figure you might have known that. I know you've got a lot of them.
I've got a whole bunch of them over the years, and what have you there. You know, the late Carl Larson, W9AXD, when he used to run the old Saturday evening tech net, maybe several years ago, he was originally came up with those radio nut jokes. I forgot to mention that. As I hurried up and wrote them down, I told Carl, I said, I use your radio nut jokes in the Friday Night Fun Net. That's how this whole radio nut joke thing got started.
Copy that.
Oh, they're fun. I'm gonna read more of those Christmas radio nut jokes in the next several weeks here. I'll read a couple more of them next week too.
Copy that, Jimmy. Hey, Jimmy, I got a question for you.
Sure, go ahead.
Well, I know you ask a lot of questions at the round table, but what started your interest in radio?
Oh, I'll tell you what. I used to, even back when I was a teenager in high school, I've always listened to radio, even since when I was growing up there. We always, I remember some of the old music they played way back in the 50s. My mother or my sisters had their radios going all the time. That's how you got up a lot of that stuff. I listen to more radio than I watch TV, believe it or not.
Copy that. I can relate to that because as a teenager, I used to listen to the shortwave quite a bit. It was always interesting to hear, all kinds of radio transmissions from all over the world. But I eventually got into amateur radio after listening to my SDR.
Oh, that's great. I remember back when I was in high school, I was just going to start my junior year. I was fiddling around the radio a couple times. I was picking up a couple stations in Canada. The one station I was interested in, it was CBL. So that station, it's AM 740 in Toronto. They go by Zoom radio now, but that was CBC, Canadian Broadcasting Corporation. I used to listen, and then after sunset, it went down. I'll tell you what, I know something. They have no commercials or what have you. I like to listen for more or less their news or something. They used to give all the baseball scores for the American League and National League. Well, of course, at that time, Canada did not have any baseball teams. They did in Montreal and Toronto. Well, Montreal is now Washington Nationals. The Blue Jays came on the scene back in 1977. But yeah, we used to got an AM/FM radio for Christmas. Let me reset. And then I got AM/FM radio for Christmas. I'll tell you what. Back in the mid-'60s, FM was already dead as a doornail. There were only about 3 or 4 or 5 stations, local stations on the air, and that was about it there. Our local Freeport station, WELL-FM, they were on the air for about 6 hours after the local station, WFRL AM 1570, signed off. They played nothing but that canned supermarket music. They had live football and basketball games, but that was about it.
Copy that. That's a pretty interesting story you have there, Jimmy. And I should tell you that amateur radio has been in my family. My late father and mother had both been ham radio operators at one time. My mom was working around a lot of CW, and my father, I'm not quite for sure what he did, but I know it was along the lines of the military. Brief reset. My current girlfriend and her family is into broadcast radio as well.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. But I was always fascinated by the guys in the studios talking about 30 miles away, and the signal goes out in the air. Here you're picking it up 30 miles away. I listen to WROK there at the time. That was a station that I always listened to back then. But that was but I said I was really impressed by that.
Yep, copy that, Jimmy. KD9MED here for ID. Yep. One of the things I liked as a teenager was always listening to some of the very distant stations and stuff over my radio. It was kind of something that just helped me pass the time and stuff, and was always interested in the WWV when they did all the technical reports about the solar weather and the indexes and things like that. Very interesting.
Yeah, I did too. So stand by here. This is K9G Star with the Friday Night Fun Net on the K9RFD Repeater Rockford, transmitting for Friday Night Fun Net Central and Freeport. It is now 10 p.m. curfew time. Parents, do you know where your children are at? Lockdown. At the Winnebago County Jail right now. That's where they're getting on the radio. They're telling the security people, lock down the cells. Gary, K9MED, said he used to listen to those local jail frequencies, and every night at 10 o'clock they come on. They say, lockdown. Yeah, I was going to say too, Mike. That was a fun listening, like KMOX in St. Louis back in the day. I never even heard those things because we were back then. We as teenagers were listening to either WLS or or WROK or WJRL in Rockford. It's a WKKN now. That back then the WJRL was a rock and roll station. Back they just broadcast from sunrise to sunset. It was at 11:50 on the dial. I don't know what their call letters are now.
Yep, copy that, Jimmy. I know with listening to shortwave radio quite a bit as a teenager, I used to find some pretty interesting things out there. I mean, other than Voice of America, which was just down the road from where I was at there in the Cincinnati area. We used to listen to just all kinds of things. Sometimes I'd pick up number stations from Russia. Sometimes at one time, I think there was even a quasar out there somewhere in space that was making all kinds of interference on the shortwave radio. For a while, you could pick it up, but nobody knew what it was at the time.
Okay, you said you were in Cincinnati. Okay, when I think of Cincinnati, I think of the WLW, the big one, the voice of the Cincinnati Reds.
Yep. But where I was at, I was up around Middletown and out there in probably my freshman year in high school. And just down the road was the Voice of America. But sadly, all that is all been taken down. But they still have kind of like a ham radio club out in that area, although all the antennas and whatnot are down these days.
I'll tell you what, Kerry, K9MED, hope he'll get back on the air soon. Well, I know he will. He's an avid shortwave listener back in the day. He can tell you all about the BBC, all the different stations. Well, they're still on the air, but he'll tell you about the glory days of those stations back then.
Yep, kept that. Yeah, it's always interesting to hear that kind of stuff. And still today, there's a lot of interesting things out there, especially with the way radio's progressed and whatnot with the digital.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. Hey, I don't know if you tune in to WNIU or WNIJ in Rockford. Well, here in Freeport, it's WNIE. Here in Freeport, it's 8910. In Rockford, it's 89.5. But starting at 12 midnight, they always have every night they broadcast a BBC World Service for 5 hours from 12 midnight to 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, copy that, Jimmy. I listened to that quite a bit, and when I used to be a night watchman out at one plant that I worked at, I listened to quite a bit of the BBC there to pass the night and all. So it's very interesting to get radio broadcast in from across the pond there.
Yeah, that's for sure. I always was interested in radio. I got to listen to shortwave radio back when I was 21 in 1969. But I listened to not only the shortwave, I listened to the police broadcast. Back then, you could tune in it was on tunable radios. The scanners were just coming out. I did not get my first scanner until 1972. Then a friend of mine introduced me to CD back in the mid-70s. I was into that for several years. Then only back in 2003, 2004, a friend of mine who was a ham radio operator who lived here got me interested in this hobby.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yep. And then I suppose you probably started out on HF then.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. I made one HF contact last Sunday. They was a station in Massachusetts there. So no, it was in Maine. In Maine, that's right. So okay. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna stand by. Do we have any more stations who want to check in the Friday Night Fun at this time? Please call now.
KC9GCR. This is Alpha Kilo 9 Foxtrot, David, mobile and Beloit tonight, no traffic.
K9F, good evening, Dave. And then happy holidays to you and your family. Well, I'm asking a question. As a ham radio operator, what do you want to see under your Christmas tree, Christmas Day?
Nada, actually asking for any ham radio equipment this year for a change. Over.
Okay, sounds good, Dave. Hey, thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. Enjoy your evening, enjoy your weekend. If I don't talk to you again before the holidays, you and your family have a happy Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.
Same to you, and I also have a comment on something you were just talking about there. Over.
Yeah, go ahead.
You'd mentioned the ham radio club out at the Voice of America station in Ohio. I was out at the Dayton Ham Fest a couple years ago, and they had an open house there every evening. And I happened to meet one of the young operators there. I had called from my hotel room, from the hotel parking lot, when not knowing where the station was located that was on the air, and found out that it was a young man, 14-year-old young man, operating for 2 hours there at the station. And he really was good, a good operator. You would have thought he was probably been operating for 5 or 6 years at least, if not more, the way he handled himself on the radio. But that station is still in use out there. They still give tours all the time, and I get the emails from them now, the newsletter, every month since I signed up when I was out there. So it's quite a museum they've got. Over.
That's very interesting. That is definitely good to hear.
Okay, and that's it for me for tonight. AK9F, clear on your final.
Thank you very much for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. You're checking number 25. Slow turnout tonight, but I suppose everybody out Christmas shopping and what have you before the weather really gets bad. So you had, thank you for checking in, Dave. Happy holidays. If I don't talk to you again before Christmas. Okay, any more stations want to check the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. I gotta do my honorary check-ins. I forgot. K9RFD Tony. HC honorary check-in. N9EAD. HC honorary check-in. We must forget the beautiful Kishwaukee River Yacht Club south of Rockford. K9SF. HC honorary check-in. K9FEO. Justin, HC honorary check-in. Hopefully he and Mike will come over and get my microphone straightened out for my Yaesu FM 100. Okay. One of the best guys in the whole world. He doesn't check in often, but he listens every Friday night. Richard, N9EO. Belvedere, honorary check-in. Okay. AD9LOA. Brandon, HC honorary check-in. AD9OBJ. HC honorary check-in. Okay. Tom Sanson, 32 check-ins. Do we have any more stations who want to check in Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Well, folks, I'll tell you what. You know what? It was a successful net tonight. Slow turnout, but I understand. Everybody wants to get their jobs done before the weather gets bad. So, I want to thank everybody for checking in, and we'll do this again next week. By the way, next week, I'm going to ask everybody who your favorite all-time professional wrestler is. the World Wrestling Entertainment, WWE, is going to be going to the BMO Center in Rockford on Saturday, next Saturday, the 18th. So I'm going to ask everybody who your favorite pro wrestler is. We're going to have a good time. Okay, with that, this is the last call for any stations who want to check at the Friday Night Fun Net. Remember, we're in the region of without traffic. Please call K9RFD Repeater. Okay, tune in again next week for another edition of the Friday Night Fun Net. Until then, this is Jim, K9G Net control the Friday Night Fun Net. Now closing down this Friday, December 10th, 2021 edition of the Friday Night Fun Net, and return to repeaters and bring the Northwest Radio use at 10:15 p.m. Central Standard Time. 4 hours, 15 minutes total time with a total of 32 check-ins. I'll be standing by and monitoring the frequency in case we get any late bird check-ins. 7-3 to everybody, have a good evening. This is K9GCR saying 7-3 to all, and to all a good night. KD9MED, K9GCR.
KD9MED.
Go and start, you can start posting the net down. Now, we'll do this again sometime. This is great doing some radio. We'll do this again sometime.
All right, copy that, Jimmy, and thank you for everything you do.
Welcome, thank you for everything you do, too. And a 2-hour, 15-minute net. The net goes down at 10:15 p.m. with a total of 32 check-ins. You might add more before the night's over, but it don't matter. It's a good turnout. K9G Repeater, 7-3. Talk to you later, Mike.